Hi everyone! We are going to plant some rooted grapevines today. I already have 2 of them that are planted. This one is maybe more than a month ago already in a pot, and the other one a little bit later. But these ones, they needed more time to root, so I have been keeping them longer in the water. So there's many methods of rooting grapevines. These are from cuttings taken in the spring. They are hardwood cuttings, and they are rooted in pure water. As you can see, we already have quite a good root system forming, and they're ready to go in the soil. What you want to do when you take your hardwood cuttings in the spring, this is literally like you are reproducing your vines for free. So as you can see, the roots are coming, let me show you better, they're coming from the sides here. That because I made shallow cuttings from the surface vertical, just right at the end here. And I didn't really follow the rules. The rule is that you have to leave like 2 nodes on the top, and this is a node where you have a bud, and 2 nodes down there, so 4 as a total. But as you can see, I have much more. That is because these cuttings were given to me by a neighbor, and I really got lazy to do them the right way, so I just cut them at the bottom and I put them in water the way they are. That's why they're longer than they should be technically, but it still worked, so I'm pretty happy with the results. This one has less roots, but after a certain time staying in water, they kind of like start to struggle. As you can see, the leaves start to become very small, and they start to die off. And this is the time when you just have to move them in soil. Now, the transition to soil has to be very careful. You want to make sure you have soil which is easy on the roots. Some people root them entirely in sand, which I don't like very much, because you have to pamper them all the time. You have to make sure they're watered all the time. The sand drains very quickly, and if you miss 1 day of watering them, they literally may die very quickly. So it's like you cannot move anywhere during the summer period. You need to have someone watering your plants all the time. So I prefer this way, to make them make some roots in water first, and then I use cuttings from old bottles, plastic bottles, because I can make them tall, but they're shallow at the same time. I will make another video very soon regarding the choice of pots for your plants, the right choice. And afterwards, at the end of the summer, in the autumn actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut this bottle. I will not need it anymore, and I will take off my plant. It will be full of roots, the entire plant, the entire pot, I'm sorry, and I will just plant them in the ground in the autumn, when is the best time to actually plant bushes, trees, and things like this, even perennial flowers in the ground. Now my soil here is a mixture of different things. There's some coconut fiber there. There's worm castings, our own, that we make. And it is, as you can see, it is very nice, the soil. It's very easy to work it. so it will be easy on the roots to move around and they will reproduce quite easily. I am repurposing these pots, that's why they're not like entirely clean. This one actually had some charcoal around, which is actually good. It's against rotting. And so, how I'm gonna plant these? I already put a little bit of soil at the bottom. And you want to be very careful because these roots are still very gentle. So I'm gonna put this in this way. And I will gently start to put soil around without doing anything else. I'm not gonna be pressing much the soil or anything else. I want this to be loose because I want the water to be moving very well. I also like to use these plastic bottles because they're transparent and I can see if there's water going all the way to the roots, because many times we water from the top and we think that we put enough water, but we are just watering the surface and there's no water going to the roots of the plant. And then we are wondering why my plants are dying. Well, maybe we are not watering correctly. Because of the soil, sometimes it's because of the pot, and so on and so forth. You want to put I'm using also another reason I'm using these containers, improvised containers, is because I make them tall. In this way I give a chance to the plant to grow even more roots. So my roots, the roots will probably not be just from the bottom, but they will start to grow all the way from the cutting here. So in the autumn this whole thing hopefully will be full of good beautiful roots. And that's it. I'm not going to press, like I said, anything. I'm just gonna water it on top, and I'm gonna show you how it looks. I already started watering, but I wanted to show you how easy the liquid is moving through, and you can follow up to where it has reached. So I already watered several times and it still didn't reach all the way down. I hope now you understand what I was meaning. Now you want to leave these newly planted cuttings in a shady place, so I'm leaving them under our grapes here. There is some sunlight coming, but it's not very strong, and this is what makes the leaves stronger with time and more beautiful. You don't want to put it in direct sunlight though, because until now they were inside in a dark room pretty much, even though the container was transparent, but they were in a dark place in the kitchen. We don't keep light there all the time, so the leaves are very very gentle and they will burn very easily if we put them directly in the sun. Now you can see that there is liquid all the way to the bottom, but I will still, and look, some of the soil went down naturally by itself, so here I'm gonna be adding a little bit more. And once I do that and I have everything saturated in water, they're ready just to join their fellows here until the end of the summer. Give it a try. It's very easy. Next spring, when your neighbor or your friends are trimming their grapes, just get a few cuttings and This is literally like 100% success. Very rarely you will have a cutting that will not root. I didn't even put charcoal in the water, not to have algae growing. It was just pure tap water on top of all, and it still worked, no problem whatsoever. And next year we are going to have new vines. We're gonna start, and we're gonna have more grapes. Happy gardening to you, and don't forget to subscribe to follow up with other useful tips, whatever I find out. I'm sharing entirely my experience. I'm trying to do gardening on a budget, and that's what I would like to share with you as well. See you soon!